Hadoop is a wildly popular big data framework that's seen extensive adoption for a few years now, and it might be time to get to know what it is. I think of it really as three things. On the first hand, it's a way of storing lots of data clustered around many machines in a fault-tolerant, replicated way. That's kind of the most trivial thing you can do with it. On the second hand, it's a distributed computing framework. It gives us a way to reason about and make computations on this large distributed file system. It gives us a pattern called MapReduce to do those computations. In the MapReduce pattern, we write a couple of functions, a map function and a reduce function. Very simply, the map function takes some data as input, maybe does some filtering on it, some transformations on it, and outputs perhaps a smaller data set from those inputs that it's mapping. Those then get passed off to this reduce function that we write that might say count up or aggregate or average or calculate some other statistics on the outputs of that mapper. That might seem like a pretty limited computing pattern. Like, how can I get really all my computations done with just this map and this reduce? And to be sure, there's a little bit we have to learn about how to use that. But the fact is, it is a limited computing pattern. And it has to be limited so that it can be easily distributed in a functional way around a cluster. There's some really neat ideas that Hadoop brings to us in order to get that work done. On the third hand, of course, we have Hadoop as a distributed file system, as a distributed computational framework. It's also really an ecosystem. It's been so successful that a number of products and query languages and extensions and so forth have grown up around it. And really the legacy analytics community, who have done sort of big data problems in a relational and data warehousing sense, are even beginning to get on board and get excited about this thing. And certainly it's a thing that many Java developers are learning to program also. So it's a way of storing lots of data, it's a way of computing, performing computation on that data, and it's an ecosystem of a number of exciting tools built on top of that framework. It's definitely worth it to check this out.